And by the way, since counter-revolutionary social democrats like Grits love to throw little bitch fits about me, I'm going to tell you what denomination, I guess you could say, of communism I personally am. I don't usually get into this because I want people to make their own educated decisions. I just merely want to give you the facts of what communism is, financially, economically, socially, politically, things like that, and then you can make your own educated responses. You can make your own, you can have your own leverage in how you're going to pursue communism, how you're going to let it affect your daily life, how you're going to help contribute to society, but I don't want you to just go along with what I say. I want you to actually think about it. I want you to think about these issues and how they're affecting you and the people you care about and shit like that. And then from there, you can make whatever judgments you want to make. So, on that note, if I was to ever change my sign and name away from Jim Prophet Communist or Jim Prophet Bolshevik or some variant thereof, I would probably go with CastroistRebel. Of course, in honoring of my big brother MaoistRebel. And the reason why I say CastroistRebel is because, out of all of the strategies and tactics I've seen, I resemble most Fidel Castro, especially after seeing the documentary Fidel. And what separates Castroists from other communists is that Fidel Castro believed in tactics, like military tactics, more than essentially, having the people rise up and form a vanguard party and shit like that. Not to necessarily say that all Castroists have to be military style. It worked in Cuba to get rid of Batista, but you could, I would think in theory, you could be just a political Castroist and support political action, legal action, without the need of violence. And all it means to be a Castroist is to have specific targets in mind. Think of it like Dawn of War or some other RTS game. We have specific targets that you're going to take action against, and once you undermine those, socialism just comes next, naturally. So, like with me, for example, I go after moderators, because with moderators out of the picture, there will be communism on the internet. And that's obviously a Castroist tactic, because I'm going after something specifically because I believe the end goal will have communist ends to it. So, that's what it means to be a Castroist. And on top of that, I also agree with Castro about the direction he took production. He took, how can I word this? Basically, he encouraged and was sternly for the production of certain goods that could give them political and financial leverage on the global market while we're waiting for the rest of the world to come to terms with communism. For example, Fidel Castro produced sugar like no other. Sugar was the main economy of Cuba. Now, would I say that works for everybody? No. But sugar, coffee, things people commonly use. And, sugar and coffee are never going to go out of style. It's not like those things are ever going to be obsolete. So it's good to produce those kinds of goods and services that people are going to need so that you have leverage. And that's the kind of system I personally advocate. I advocate the production of certain goods that we know we're going to need, that we know we're going to use for political leverage, and on top of that, pinpointing the exact political enemies that come between us and our freedoms. And that might be different for you than it is for me, but I'm just giving you my personal outlook, and then you can take that however the fuck you want to. That's it.